Right, welcome back everyone to the third episode of MYC. As you can see, I am not CB. CB is not here with us today, so so I'm Hercules. I'm the guy with the wild opinions on Liverpool's transfer window. Yep.
We made a few headlines with that one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And then to my right, I've got Emilio and Maundu. To my left, I've got Chanda. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we are doing well.
I've got a lot to say about the Chelsea United game. And some thoughts on the Ballon d'Or as well.
I'm surprised you're wearing red. Because what's going on?
You're not representing today. What's going on?
It's fine.
What was your Chelsea talk today?
I know we're getting renovations done in the house, so stuff is just everywhere.
Okay.
I was just like, nah, it's fine.
Excuses.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's embarrassed.
No. They're just. We'll get into it, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so great treat tonight. We've got two United fans, two Chelsea fans.
Yes.
So let's talk about Arsenal versus City.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
No, I thought we'll start off quite light. Arsenal versus City. A game where all four of us can be quite neutral.
Yeah.
Can appreciate the tactics of it. So yeah.
Although I didn't really watch the game, so I don't really know much about the game. So
I mean, I watched the game.
I'll let you guys.
And yeah, it's very much Pep kind of obviously has learned his lesson. So they scored the first goal and then basically they just sat back and mostly defended. I think Arsenal, there was a point where I thought they'd kind of run out of ideas. They sort of didn't know what to do. And as soon as Martinelli came on, I could tell something was going to happen.
Okay.
And sure enough, it did. But in my opinion, I think it was a big error from Donnarumma. Because when that ball comes over the top, as a goalkeeper where he was, you have to retreat and just let it be 1v1 with the defender. He kind of wanted to go and then stopped. And then he just made it easier for Martinez to just dink it over him.
That hesitation.
But other than that, I actually thought he had a solid game, some really good saves. I think it was very dominant in the box. Like Man City seemed really comfortable to sort of defend against set pieces. Because obviously Arsenal become really, really good at set pieces, whether that's throw-ins, corners, whatever. But City, they were just kind of like, all right, come on, man. Yeah. Like, it's fine. So it was interesting. But it was interesting to see City play like that. Because for the longest time since Pep has been there, 8 years now?
I know.
We're used to seeing City on the front foot.
I know.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was like defending. I'm like, yo, what is happening here?
It felt like a little bit of underdog mentality. It was
and I don't know why though.
30% ball position.
That's crazy.
For Man City.
For Man City,
I know.
it's so bad, man.
Because you're not used to seeing
Surprising.
Yeah.
Very surprising.
Do you feel that on the Donnarumma chat, do you feel that the difference between his Man City defence versus what he had last year at PSG, where PSG were normally a bit more compact at the back, they would play a bit deeper. Do you feel that might be the reason for him to, on that hesitation, basically not realising how far out he is?
I mean, I feel like it's a mix because I feel also kind of hearing the commentary as well. The defense didn't really cover themselves in glory because you could see Ake was trying to play him offside, but he was sitting a bit too deep. So he's the one that plays Martinelli on. Okay. But as soon as, coming from a goalkeeper, not that I've ever played professional or anything like that, but as soon as that ball goes over the top and it's a foot race between the defender and the striker, just drop back. You need to drop back at that point. But he sort of doesn't do neither. Either you commit to try and clear it or you drop back so that you don't get chipped. Because Martinelli could tell it was off his line. As soon as he got to that ball, he hit it first time over him.
Oh, he chipped him?
He chipped him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to see this.
100% spot on.
Whereas I think if he retreats back into that, even like kind of 6-yard box, it gives the defender a chance to either try and get back or at least put that pressure on him. And also the kind of trajectory of the ball as well. Martinelli is almost kind of going wide anyway. But because of where Donnarumma was, it just made it easy to just chip him. Yeah. So I don't know whether the kind of defense side of it comes into it. Okay. But certainly I just thought he should have just dropped back.
Because you got to remember that we're talking about a big guy here. He's like
he's
6'5",
tall.
6'6".
Yeah, he's very tall.
He's big, and he's not just tall. He's wide and everything. He's a big fella. So like, for him to not commit to that, I feel like he really let himself down. But hey ho,
he's made a lot of mistakes before, and I've I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen it previously, so
I agree, and I think he has a mistake in him, but I know every goalkeeper has a mistake in them.
Yeah.
It's just how consistent they can be. But that was one you could tell. Like as soon as the ball goes over him, I could see on his face to be like he's thinking, I should have rolled back.
Yeah.
Because he was never going to get to the ball to run out the box. He's not a sweeper keeper.
Yeah.
He's not Manuel Neuer.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So he wasn't high enough to go and clear it, and it didn't drop enough to then stop him getting chipped. He just basically ended up in no man's land.
fair enough.
I think he got PTSD from Sanchez.
That's not
Kind of
even,
take
man.
it antics. So he was like, "Oh, should I go? Should I not?" And
Yeah.
then he's like, "No, I need to run back." And then he just
It's quite funny seeing them make similar-ish mistakes. Obviously, one a bit more costly than the other.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Sanchez.
we're not diving into that
Yeah,
just
which-
yet.
I feel like that covered quite nicely the.
I think it's a good segue.
Arsenal
Yeah.
City game and brings us to the big game of the weekend.
No,
Yeah, how are we feeling
Oh.
about that one?
no.
More.
I cannot believe we lost to Man United. This is the
But-
worst
What
side.
do you mean you cannot
No,
believe?
I don't think it's surprising. It's the manner of the loss. Obviously,
Yes.
we've kind of touched on, that Sanchez, like, I don't know what he's doing.
Mm.
Again, just drop back. There's two defenders running against him. When
Yeah.
he still has to take a touch when it's raining heavily. As a goalie, just drop back.
Yeah.
Let the defenders sort themselves
I
out.
know.
Because you can see he kind of tries to go, comes back, and then goes out again. And when you're out of the box as a goalkeeper, you better win that clean. Any
It
sort
was
of touch and you're... And it was nowhere near us. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just like... What? And I was shouting at the team. I'm just like, what are you doing?
5
But
minutes.
having said that, the decision that Maresca then took afterwards
Yeah.
were baffling. I switched off the TV after that.
Yep.
Like, I get taking Esteval off to bring on a goalkeeper. Fair enough. But then Neto goes off. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why? Like, you've literally, your two fastest players, Esteval and Neto, yes, maybe sacrifice one of them,
Yeah.
but not the other. The other one has to stay on the pitch.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing against a United team who have proven time and time again
Yeah.
under Amorim that their midfield is absolutely shambolic in the middle, which actually proved. I'm gonna sound like a Maundu,
played
right?
pretty
But-
well, you know.
but they played really well, and we figured out what's missing from Amorim's tactical mastermind. The other team playing with one man less.
player.
That's why the midfield was not overrun.
I guess.
Yeah.
It actually proves that his tactics for at least the Premier League for this United squad do not work. Because I had a very interesting point on, I think it was on the Friday, either Friday or Saturday, just before the game, where someone was saying that, okay, stick to your tactics, stick to your philosophy, but rather than playing three at the back with somebody like Luke Shaw,
Yeah.
play with Casemiro, where effectively in defense Casemiro drops as the central defender.
Why would you play Casemiro there? He's slow.
So that, because you're doing that in defense, so that when you go on offense, you are effectively going with two defenders, and then you got Casemiro in his natural position when you transition on offense. So you've got three players in the midfield, because effectively what you've got is someone like Bruno Fernandes, who is not known for his defensive capabilities, having to
None.
play as a 6 or as an 8 sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, you're wasting the best midfielder that you've got, quite arguably the best midfielder in the Prem, at least from an attacking perspective.
Yeah.
He has created more chances.
Bruno.
Bruno has created more
he
chances
has,
than
he has.
any other midfielder, including De Bruyne, since he joined Man United
he
five
has.
5.5 years ago.
It doesn't look like it because of the team he's
By
been in.
over 100 chances, by the way. He's created over 500 chances, whereas De Bruyne, who was number 2 from midfielders, he's stalled at something like 370 odd. Like by over 100 chances more in the last 5 years. You're wasting him, having to force him to play in that sort of defensive midfielder, central midfielder
central
position.
defensive, yeah.
So is Bruno more of a 10 then?
100%.
Yeah, he's more of a cam.
Why
I'd
is he
say.
not playing in the 10? Because it's not as if you don't have the personnel for him to...
Because the problem is that United.
I think it's a formation that United are playing,
two midfielders,
which cannot allow Bruno to play in his natural position, which is a cam.
Just that...
United are effectively playing with a 6 and an 8.
Yeah.
and no 10. Which is why I was saying that with United playing with a man extra, it effectively allowed the two midfielders to play against two midfielders in the middle, at which point it was an even game for them, and they were able to play really well.
I find this so bizarre. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but it seems like modern day managers have one system and one system only.
Yeah.
Even if it's not working, they would rather put people in positions they shouldn't be playing in to try and make the system work, rather than playing a system that allows those players to play well. And I feel like, again, when back even to Chelsea, like Maresca's been doing that quite a lot, where he's playing a lot of people out of position.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that. I'm like, if you've got injuries, fair enough. But see, even if you're in a game and you're thinking to yourself, hang on a minute, it's been half an hour, we're not really getting anywhere in this system. Like, there just doesn't seem to be a plan B. And we're seeing it, I feel like, more and more. Like, you'd have seen it maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. They would have a certain way of playing, but if that doesn't work, that wasn't working, they would change the system. Like, it just seems to be like it's one system, very rigid, and they'll try and make that system work, even if it's to the detriment of players actually playing to their, like, kind of full potential. I find that a little bit crazy.
So I mean, 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Do you feel this is the modern manager's way of almost putting their own rubber stamp on football? Because if you look at the modern managers, the likes of Mourinho and Guardiola, right? You've got one who is primarily defensive and counter-attack kind of manager who has been incredibly successful. Yeah. And we'll talk about his success in a minute. Yeah. And then you've got another guy who throughout his whole career has been, I'm going to dominate with my way of football by controlling the ball, controlling the tempo, controlling every aspect of the game. So you got those two, and then everybody else is trying to do something else so that they can be the next person that pops up. You know, because if you look at, for example, like Arteta, right? Arteta's been in Arsenal for many, many seasons. Hasn't really justified all this leeway that he's being given. Yeah. Right? To call a spade a spade, right? He hasn't actually won anything big.
What is it, a billion spent under Arteta now? Yeah. I mean, because I know they like to bring that up when it comes to Chelsea, so just saying. I know Arsenal on here.
Yeah.
No, just one FA Cup in 6 years. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you
What
know,
have they won?
One FA Cup in 6 years.
I mean,
a couple of community shields.
Ten Hag was more successful than that. Can I just get out? Yeah, Ten Hag, Ole was more successful than that.
Yes.
Can I just be a bit blunt here? So going back to
He's sending shots. Oh my god!
No Arsenal fan.
Yeah. Sorry, they'll come from in the comments. So the reality is, when you look at someone like Arteta, who's basically trying to imitate Pep, not very successfully, right? So then every other manager is like, well, I need to do this my own way so I can then become...
Right, so you're thinking like the new managers are trying to be like the next Pep or the next Mourinho or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually think that comes down to the team, like the owner's philosophy in a way. Because apparently they again, talking about Chelsea, the owners are about, the manager doesn't say what players he wants. They just go, these are the players you get, make it work.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, if you're not giving the manager that sort of independence to try and make a team the way they want to make it, maybe that's part of the issue. I can't speak obviously for obviously United.
I was going to say, isn't that what every manager gets though? Because if you look at every major team,
like it's even in transfers. So many times, I don't know whether we just got used to it, but you get to see like managers will say, I want him, and then they'll go out and try and sign them. Whereas Chelsea's philosophy is they'll just sign someone and be like, you've got those players, make it work.
Yeah, and I
so
feel
there's no say in transfers.
Yeah. But why is that though? What's going on in the background for Chelsea to be doing that?
Emilio?
Because it did seem like there was just like a period where you looked like on social media or whatever, it's like Chelsea are interested in, Chelsea have signed, and you're like, who is this player?
I know.
So like, what is going on?
I think it's just an American business model, Chelsea, right now. like they're trying to sign young players and for a profit, and they're trying to sign also wonder kids for the future as well.
Okay.
So I think they're just treating it like a business.
So it's like a
only.
business then.
Like as long as we get
like
top 4,
like everything else. In football
like
nowadays is
we are
business.
relevant, and that's it.
Okay.
And in some ways, I suppose it kind of has worked.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
like in terms of sales, I think what was it, over 200 million?
Yes.
yeah, you guys have made a decent amount
it
of.
kind of has worked, but at the same time, I don't know whether again maybe we're just spoiled because obviously under Abramovich just threw money at it.
Yes.
Man. Do you know what I mean, whatever players you wanted, he wasn't interested about the academy. He wasn't interested about young players. He was just like, "What do you need to win?"
Yeah, but to
There
be
you go.
fair, Todd Bowley has also thrown a lot of money at that Chelsea squad.
So-
it's not like, because if you look at other teams, there's been a lot of teams that haven't spent big money.
Yeah.
Okay? When you look at the likes of like Spurs, for example, they haven't spent anywhere near.
Penny pinchers. But go on.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's a reality.
not as like.
So
You know,
I
fast or in a short period of time.
Two thoughts about that. Number one, see that whole thing of like when the owners came in to just get rid of the entire squad and start from scratch. Manager go in. Most of like if you think the 2021 Champions League winners, when the new owners came in, how many of that team were left after 1 or 2 seasons?
I don't think any survived.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I
they,
mean, I don't know-
again,
yeah, I don't know much of the
you're
Chelsea
right.
squad,
I think
but-
it was literally James Chilwell, who they obviously decided they didn't want anything to do with. There was very little of that squad that was left. So it's not just rebuilding your starting 11; it's the whole squad. Hence, they spend the money they did. But they spend the money that they did because when they first came, they showed their hand. They were happy to pay whatever to get a player, and this is why obviously Brighton were like, well, how much?
Yeah.
Sanchez is never a £60 million player. Kukurea at the time was a £60 million player.
Can you
But
say that?
when you've already, yeah, exactly. But when you've already spent that money, you can't then start going, actually, we're not going to pay that. Because they'll be like, oh, well, you paid 100 for Caicedo, so pony out, man.
Fair.
That's the mistake that they made. They should have started low and went high, but they started high and then tried to go low.
Yeah, that's Man United.
That was a big
that-
mistake.
that's-
Man United.
That's Man United.
Same,
So, yeah.
same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that. Man United, no, honestly, like, because Man United, right?
Yeah.
They go for a player.
Yeah.
Like, not just. Let me just say, like, Liverpool, for example, will go for a player, 40 mil. Man United will go for a player, 90 mil.
Yeah.
And Man U will do anything to try and sign that player.
Yeah.
I don't know
and
why.
then put him on like 300k.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like add-ons on top of that as well. Just like
Look at Anthony, look at, there's a long list. The only piece of business
Anthony
that,
Hoyland. What is Hoyland?
How much was Haaland?
Was it not nearly like 70 mil?
yeah, something in the region of 70, 80 mil. I mean, Hoyland was, what, the part that I don't understand about Hoyland is why he had to go this season when potentially he and Sesko could be two up front, two big bodies who are particularly with somebody like, you know, you've got Mbuemo, Cunha and Fernandes behind them, feeding them. I feel like the two of them, because when you look at United, when you need a goal, what's the number one move that every manager's been doing for the last 4 or 5 years when you're in the goal in the 80th minute? Put Harry Maguire on. Harry Maguire was not expecting that.
Up top. What goes into the box? Yeah.
I mean,
Put Harry
it's
Maguire
worked
on.
before, you know.
Put Harry Maguire on.
true.
He'll head it. He'll do that. And I'm like, really, you spent billions of pounds in the last
strikers.
decade, and before Harry Maguire, who was your number one offensive solution as United? Can anyone tell me?
Oh, go before Maguire.
Yeah, before Maguire, you're in the 80th minute. You need a goal. Who do they used to put on?
Jesus God.
I'll rip you out of I'll take you out of the misery. Marwan Fellaini.
I forgot he was around, you know.
Yeah.
He did his thing, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. For the last 12 years, your two solutions when you're desperate for a goal.
Fellaini.
And Fellaini and Maguire.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
To be fair, like I feel like at least that's an imperfect solution by solution otherwise. Whereas I think Emilio will agree with me. I feel like Chelsea bought all these wingers that they want to get to the byline and put balls into the box.
Yeah.
And up until the Lapas come, and João Pedro to a degree, they've never went and got a striker that can actually win headers in the box. Yeah. So I'm like, why spend the money? Yeah. Because they get to the byline, look up. There's no one.
I think the last kind of striker you had like that was Aubameyang.
But again, even now was there's no
in the sense of like he was
like a tag.
Yeah, like really attacking striker.
I'd say Morata more than Aubameyang, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because Aubameyang was fast, so he could create for himself. He didn't wait for the ball to come to him. But speaking about nostalgia and former teams, that brings me to my next point about United and Chelsea. So obviously 2 very big clubs in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Who do we think has had a bigger dominance in this century between United and Chelsea?
How far back are we going?
Yeah, we're talking this century, so from
2000.
From 2000. Yeah, from 2000 on.
Man United done.
You won't hear me disagree with that, but
I think in terms of trophies, Chelsea.
Okay.
I know like United have won 2 Champions Leagues since then.
One
Champions League.
I think it's the one year 2008.
And then when was the last Prem?
13.
Yeah.
So we won the Prem and the Champions League closer. Recent.
When was your last Prem?
2016. Conte.
Oh,
yeah.
2016 was the last time.
Not 2017.
They did win it like more recently than Man U anyway. Yeah.
Okay. So more recently, I would agree with that.
Because I'm thinking, let's face it, as soon as Fergie was gone, so was the success.
I know.
Yeah.
And when did Fergie leave? 2013?
2013, yeah.
Okay.
And in that time...
Obviously, so we've been 25 years into this century, so we're saying that for the first 13 years, it was a far closer battle.
I mean, I would say it was United up to 2005, obviously when Abramovich came in. Mm-hmm. And obviously Mourinho then won back-to-back Prems after that. But I think between that kind of 2005 and 2013, it was pretty much between kind of Chelsea, United. Anybody else win the league in that time?
City won it a couple of times, I want to say.
With Pellegrini.
They won the
2011,
first.
I want to say it was 2011.
2011 or 2012. No, 2012.
2012.
Because I remember that was when Ferguson was about to retire and then he ended up
staying another year. Yeah. That's when you brought Van Persie in.
But between that kind of period, it was basically those 2 teams.
Okay. So then you're saying up until 2005 it's United.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Hands down, then you've got a 8-year period where it's neck to neck. I mean, I would argue that 8-year period, actually United still comes on top because United won the Champions League at that point. They had.
But in saying that,
finals appearances.
You remember that Barcelona semi-final at the bridge?
I'm
looking at you over there, man.
Why are we going off topic?
Listen,
I'm
not gonna lie. I celebrated that Torres goal when he went past the keeper. I still remember that. I'll tell you something.
They dropped, but this is a disgrace night. That lives rent free in my head, man. That was.
I mean, that was a disgrace.
It was fair. It was fair.
Fair where?
That's what YouTube said.
I'm pretty sure that referee apparently never reffed another game after that night.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
And I was like,
man made his money.
And the thing is, like, obviously, those the videos from that night, like the handballs, the penalties, I don't know how many plays.
But the thing is, right, I literally have seen a video where it's like showing you the other side of it, like also the things that Chelsea did that could have been like fouls, penalties, etc., red cards, blah 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 blah. That's what I'm saying. It's like Barca. Oh, we scammed them. But then, what about the other side of it?
In that game?
Listen.
In that game, like I know what you mean. Like over a set amount of time, it's kind of like that. With even like they said before VAR, it would kind of equal itself out during the season. But that one, the Champions League, I feel like it's different because it's on the night. Yeah. It's not like a long Premier League where things can equal themselves out. Right. But that, bruv.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens. Real Madrid, they're the worst for it. but it happens.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. I actually saw something where someone was saying how, like, Casemiro never received a red card in his La Liga career.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And in the Premier, he's had how many?
Too many.
He never got sent off once in La Liga.
I saw
Yeah,
the
when
same
he was in Real
thought he
Madrid,
did.
apparently he never got sent off once.
No.
I was like,
And now plenty of times, man.
how?
It's very hot-headed, man. Damn.
Yeah.
But I see
That's-
that yellow at the weekend, I think it was a bit
No.
soft.
It
was soft
100%.
It was harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I feel-
harsh.
But again, I feel like this is where Casemiro doesn't do himself any favors because he genuinely plays as if it's the first time he's playing football in his life.
He loves a challenge.
Yeah.
Simple.
The man just gets on and is like, "Oh my god, I've got to do this," and just goes full throttle. I'm like,
He loves a challenge. It seems like he listened to Roy Keane after last week.
Yeah.
man just has motivational videos of Roy Keane playing in the background. And it's like, right, we got this.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Going back to that game, Emilio, I'm sure you had a lot to say about Maresca. You kind of said it, I think, was it episode 2?
Like, honestly, I don't think Maresca's got the experience to win, like, the Premier League because, I don't know, the only experience he's got is just championship. And if you look at his tactics, you put Enzo Fernandez like as a number 10 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that, man? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I think he plays better when he's a defensive midfielder. He can look up and show the pass right or left, and then you can pass it like his own tempo. When he's like a number 10, he doesn't have too much time to think, and he's not playing at all, man. So I think I'm so frustrated with that. So I can't even put it into words, man.
This guy's great.
It's just so angry.
Yeah.
I think he should do so much better, man.
So how long would you give him?
He's
Yeah.
got,
I was going
like,
to say.
Yeah, because he has a good team. I think Chelsea have, and they also have depth as well. So
They have depth.
the
I feel-
bench, you know. So
I was surprised not to see Garnacho come on.
yeah,
But this
he
is
should
what I'm
have.
saying.
He should
I would have loved to see him come on just so
yeah.
that I can see his face
See
and
his
be
face.
like,
But you know what?
just to boo him from my living room.
But like even taking it back to the Bayern Munich game, see that thing of playing like James and Gusto. So obviously Gusto right back, James in midfield.
Mm-hmm.
That right side was just dead. Like we weren't attacking that side at all. Like I know in terms of the game itself, like it was individual errors, right? But I was watching the game. I'm like, we keep going down the one route, and that's it. Like, as the Bayern left back was just kind of like, oh, I'm chilling because James wasn't going, Gusto wasn't going.
Man had this game.
So I mean, like, again, I'm kind of looking at it. I'm like, but why? Like, why not? Again, you've got the players to do it. Why not do it?
So then what? Let's say that Maresca goes. Who would you bring in? Who, with the current Chelsea squad, who do you feel would be the best solution?
out there right now.
Like, who is free or who would I want?
Yeah,
I mean, as I said, I stopped Chelsea, man.
Give me one of each. Give me who's free and you feel like, yeah, he'd be an improvement.
I would bring Tuchel back.
Okay.
I would
Yeah?
bring Tuchel back,
Would you?
man. I love that guy so much, man. Who is free right now? Who is free?
Poch,
Poch is a US.
Oh,
He's a US.
is he still there?
still.
Yeah, still
I
there.
reckon he'd be able to anyway. You just missed
But
it.
to be honest, I think Enzo Maresca like just walked into Poch's squad and he just said, "Oh, just do the same," and that's it. But,
That's a
I think.
Do what you want.
Yeah. Well, that's
who
probably
else?
your
Who
problem.
else is free at the moment? In terms of
Zidane.
coaches?
Zidane is still.
Zidane.
I don't think
All
Zidane
is free.
All
Zidane, all is free. Ten Hag's
Zidane
free.
is free now. I have a great manager for you.
Tentos can remain as man.
You know,
I would probably take Oli.
Oli.
I
You
thought
take Ole.
Ole was done dirty at United.
Yeah,
man.
it's
in
not
my humble
bad.
opinion.
Finished second.
I said this on the first episode, and everyone came after me. They were like,
Yeah, I thought he got done
Barry
dirty.
came after me, and I said,
Yeah.
Ole is, for me, he's a great manager. The issue he had is United became very good in his when he was the interim manager. He got given a contract, and all of a sudden, it was like, oh, hold on a minute. I actually have. It was kind of like when a dog chases a car. It's great to watch it up until it catches up to the car, but if it were to ever catch the car, you'd be like,
What now?
don't know what to do here. So he didn't have the support for such a big job. And he needed it because obviously he didn't have the experience either. But yeah.
No, I would say Man United played the best football post Ferguson under Ole, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you not say that?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they did
To
played
finish.
well.
100%. Yeah, no, listen, it's a great point to finish talking about United. But
Yeah.
guys, yeah, thank you all for watching us. As always, remember to like, subscribe, follow, I don't know, name your firstborn after us and all that. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.